Hey guys, Ariel Posen here. You're listening to Yannick Theriault on Cigare&Whiskey.
Hey folks, it's Yannick from Cigare&Whiskey in TDC Moncton, and I've got with me a Canadian great that you've probably seen or known as himself, but also with the brothers Landreth. But here we have Ariel Posen. Am I saying that last name right?
Yeah, you are Posen. I love Moncton. The last time I played in Moncton was at the casino.
Uh-huh.
On the Your Town Throwdown tour in 2013 with a few country guys, Chad Brownlee, Jason Blaine, and Derek Rutan. That was my last time I think I was in Moncton. It's been a minute.
So we need you back.
I need to come back for sure.
You were born in Winnipeg.
Yep.
And currently you're residing where?
In Winnipeg.
Winnipeg?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm never there, but that's home.
In total, you've been musically involved since the age of 9, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I want to say I was musically involved at 2 months old when I went on my first gig with my parents to somewhere on an airplane.
Okay.
I was always around it, but I think I started playing piano around 6 or so. 6 or 7, then I started playing guitar around 8. And then, yeah.
It's history from that point.
Yeah.
Well, what came first? Was it singing, or was it mostly being an instrumentalist?
Oh, guitar, for sure. I didn't start singing till I was like 17 or 18.
Okay.
I mean, I always sung on my own, I think. But publicly, I didn't start singing till I was 17. The first time I had the balls to stand in front of a microphone and have sound come out of my mouth with words.
Would you say your parents were your initial push in regards to getting fully involved in music the way you are right now?
They never pushed it at all, but they always supported it.
Uh-huh.
They never said, they were real about it. They said, it's if you want to be a musician and work in this industry, it's not easy. You gotta want to work and you gotta do all these things, but fully support you. Like, if that's what you want to do, of course, do it. There was never any backlash or anything. You should have a real job. No.
And any tips or tricks in regards to touring? Because not everyone can survive it, and I've been told that 2 hours of lack of sleep ages you by a year every time.
Oh my God. Well, with the exception of this weekend, we got like a 6 a.m. flight out tomorrow. I've been really good. I haven't had to do one. I've specifically made a point of trying to avoid those kind of flights.
Uh-huh.
You can't always do that, of course, and flights tend to be cheaper earlier in the hours. My only tip for touring, I think, is moderation. Whatever you're doing, just try to have a balance of everything else. Not too much of anything.
Okay.
Which is hard. It's like the hardest thing to do with that. So that's kind of defeats the tip. But if you can have balance and moderation, then you're laughing on the road, in my opinion.
And for this year's Harvest Festival, what are you bringing with you? I know you've released an album recently.
Yeah, my album came out in January.
There we go.
I put out a little limited vinyl called the Live Sessions at the end of April.
Uh-huh.
So I got some music. Yeah. Some other fancy merch things if you want to hit the merch table.
T-shirts.
I don't have any t-shirts with me. I got some slides though. I got my signature slide with me.
And while out on the road, you're a human being, first and foremost. Do you bring a hobby with you at all, or do you prefer to just hobby at home when you're resting?
Interesting. I don't bring any kind of hobby with me. In fact, there's a difference between coming out here for 36 hours and going back home than there is of being on the road for 2 weeks. When I'm on the road properly, or 3 weeks or longer, it's so much more consuming, and most of the time it feels like I don't even have a minute to myself.
Okay.
Because I'm waking up, I'm setting up something else for later in the day or the day after, a sound check. Got to drive everybody, got to advance the show, got to do this, got to do an interview maybe, got to do this or whatever. After the show, I got to do merch and all these things. I really don't have a second to myself. Mm-hmm. And when I do have a day off, chances are I just want to kind of do nothing.
Okay.
So I don't have, if I can go for a jog, great. If I can see some friends or do something, that's great. But I don't bring anything extracurricular with me.
Okay.
Just because I don't have the mental capacity for it.
Don't blame you. And the guitar that you play, is there a favorite maker model that you like to actually use consistently?
Yeah. The way I put it is that I have my favorite types of guitars, and if we want to get nerdy about it, I'm really a Strat and a 335 style guy.
Nothing nerdy about that.
Yeah. Well, those would be my two. But like I have some of my favorites. I play Mule Resophonic, which is out of Saginaw, Michigan. Sir, which is out of Lake Elsinore, California. Collings out of Austin, Texas, and Josh Williams guitars out of also like Temecula, closer to San Diego, California.
Nice.
But those cover all my everything from my 335 to Strat to in between kind of needs. And
the last question, which I've been asking everyone, it's weird, but what's your favorite dish, food-wise?
Sushi.
Sushi.
So it's not a specific dish, it's more of a cuisine.
Cuisine, okay.
I could eat sushi every day, a couple times a day, I think.
Well, you're braver than me.
Have you ever tried it?
Yes, unfortunately.
Unfortunately
it was delicious, but when it came to the California roll, the crunchy roll, salmon is too strong for me. So I can do the rest of the other fish, but salmon is
I don't even like the fancy stuff. I don't like tempura and this kind of sauce. I just like real simple things, but I personally like salmon.
Okay.
But I like a lot of other stuff too. I just don't think sushi is always it's not a California roll or a Philadelphia roll. These are just North Americanized rolls, right?
Unfortunately.
So I suggest giving it a shot with like the more simple things, even if not fish. There's a lot of good veggie options. I'm biased. I love all food. Like everything is my favorite. But sushi, if I had to pick one, like I will eat sushi at a nice sushi restaurant. I will eat sushi from a grocery store. I will get sushi from a gas station. And I will eat it. Even if good or bad sushi, I will eat it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Ariel, thank you so much for giving us a few moments of your time.
My pleasure. Thanks for popping in.